up. Let's fill up this room, B. I want to get a few heads in the room before I start bouncing. TGI Friday. Big Hump that we got you in the beginning, man. Oh, baby, you did right, Hump. We got Philly Casino coming on last, so I'm glad you here. We got a topic for you, bro, and I'm pretty sure you want in on this, man. TGI Friday to everybody, man. Yeah, Dino, I see you, baby. Syndicate Radio TV, I see you. Yeah, man, TGI Friday, man. I'm here to give y'all another open sessions on Friday. 4 callers today. I'm not even going to tell you what the fuck it's going to be. Y'all going to have to tune in. And if y'all don't tune in, like I said, that's y'all loss, man. Real talk, man. Alright. That's enough. That's that throwback Dr. Dre Chronic. You already know. I always got to salute my OGs that helped build me and help me who I am today, man. All them old school cats, man. Everybody involved, man. Okay, guys, before I start this show, man, shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death, Triple H Entertainment, Syndicate Radio TV, D Beeman, Credit Fix, never too late to get your credit fix. IG me, inbox me, email me at al.newyork@yahoo.com. And before I start the show, I want you guys to know, if you salesmen, whether you sell picks, hats, t-shirts, insurance, inbox me. I could put you on my platform. In the beginning of the show, we'll work something out, and I guarantee you, man, I'm going to have you on 4 different platforms. It's going to be pennies for what it can make you guys, all right? So keep that in mind. Inherit this information. Hit me up, and we can get your shit out there, man, especially the ones that got good product but can't get it out there, man. All right? Hit me up, and we'll get this shit popping, man. All right, let's go to baseball news. Before I start anything, after my 15-minute show, I wasn't able to get it because it happened after the greatest New York Met ever, Tom Seaver, passed away at 75 years young. Seaver was nearly 40. It played 40 years. He hasn't played with the Mets, and he's still considered the best Met ever in a lot of people's eyes. Tom Terrific, Mr. Met, 311 wins, 205 losses, a 2.86 earned run average. The guy was incredible, man. He started 647 games, pitched almost 5,000 innings, and almost had 4,000 strikeouts. Rest in peace and salute to Tom Terrific, Tom Seaver, man. God bless your soul, man. In other news, man, we going to the ice, man. Yesterday, the Vegas Knights hurt my feelings, man. I had them yesterday on a 3-leg. All I needed them to do is come within a goal and a half. They couldn't do that. Canucks down 3-1. Now it's 3-3 with today's game 7. All the chips is out there now, man. Vegas Knights, you don't win today, you packing it. You already know what it is. You got to come out today, do what you got to do. Don't let the Canucks come back and beat you 3 straight after a 3-1 series lead that you had. This is a total dismantle. And this will be very bad for our city. So come back and do your thing. Vegas Golden Knights. I got to put that out there. Let me go to other news. Let me go to NFL. Center Ryan Kelly didn't tell people outside of those close to him that he just wanted to play with the Indianapolis Colts. And when the Colts heard that, they blessed him with a 4-year, $50 million contract, $34 million guarantee for the Indianapolis Colts center, which is a record. No center ever got this type of money. This is why I had to bring this up, because he broke the record for money for a center. So salute to Ryan Kelly, and you already know that Phillip Rivers is going to need him. Oh boy, Phillip Rivers is going to need him. Other news, we passing by real quick. The Seattle Seahawks have re-signed wide receiver Josh Gordon. The last time I said this dude had 11 lives. This dude continues to find work when he continues to disappoint organizations. So I want to know how the fuck this happens. That's what I want to know. I know he's only 29. He got reinstated in June. But if you're the Seahawks, the Patriots, teams that know they're going to get in the playoffs, this is not a guy you sign because he always tends to mess up at the end of the fucking year. Year after year. Listen, I love Josh Gordon talent, but let's keep it 100. He's a fucker. He's a straight up fucker. I'm saying it just like that on my show. All the talent in the world, but a fuck up. I don't know why they took that chance. They might end up paying for it. In other news, Steve Nash has signed a 4-year contract to become the next coach of the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I'm going to leave it off with that because I'm going to call my man the dog catcher right now, and we're going to tap in on that conversation right there. Give me a minute. Yeah, I got to do the calling now because I can't have people do these attempts and not get through. I can't do that to them no more. Give me a minute, guys. Yeah, prepare, man. Put your seatbelts on.
Hello.
Dog catcher.
What's happening?
You there, baby?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, dog catcher, before we start anything, let's get your free plays out the way. You got your free plays ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, real quick.
Tomorrow.
Let me give everybody an update because we don't lie on my show. We
That's
6
right.
and 11. Yes, 6 and 11 minus 4.4 units. Ain't nobody gonna keep it like me, bro. Everybody want to be one up. Everybody. I don't care about that. My thing is to tell y'all the truth and live with the consequences. What you got for us, dog catcher?
What I like?
Yes, sir. I don't want what you don't like. I want what you do like. Holla at me.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what I love. How about that?
Okay. That's even
And
better.
then what I do, I'm gonna give you 3 of them. I ain't never done that, have I?
No, but I'd love to go 3-0 to fix our record real fast, if that's what you're telling me.
Well, I'll see you at the window then, damn it. The first play is the New York Islanders, the hockey NHL tomorrow.
Okay, Islanders game 7, correct?
Yep, they're gonna beat Philly.
Okay, I need lines. Every time you give me something, give me a line, bro.
They're $1.30 favorite, the 6
Okay.
seed. That's what I want.
Okay, minus 30 on the New York Islanders tomorrow, free play. Go ahead.
Right. That's the first winner. The
Okay.
second winner is gonna be the Raptors. They're gonna square this shit up at 2-2 tomorrow.
Okay, Toronto Raptors. And mind you, Dog Catcher got Boston for the series. But go ahead.
That's right.
What's the spread on that?
Raptors -1.
Okay, Raptors -1. That's the second game. Give me the third game.
And then the last play I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you the trifecta. I'm gonna go over in college football, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you the BYU on the money line, -125.
Okay,
On Monday.
BYU money line -125. Let me repeat real quick. Everybody salute. I can't say hello to everybody individually. What's up to everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Okay, 3 picks from Dog Catcher. On the ice, New York Islanders -130 tomorrow. Get on that. Toronto Raptors tomorrow -1. Get on that. NBA. College football, BYU, Brigham Young University, -125 on the money line. Get on that. Those are your free picks for the day. Get on them and make some money. Now we're going to go to the topic at hand. Yesterday and today, there's an individual that I really don't like at the end of the day. I think that he tries to scream to get his point across all the time. I think he exaggerates a lot of situations. But I have to say, because like I said, I keep it thorough on my show. I have to say I agree with everything he said yesterday and today, and that's Stephen A. Smith. So Dog Catcher, educate us and exactly what he said so I can counter it for you, my brother.
As far as what he said about his argument,
Steve
with his
Nash,
problem?
Steve Nash, and racist and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Okay. Well, basically what's going on is Stephen A. came to the table and felt that there's some he used the term white privilege in regards to NBA coaches being Caucasian. And then there's very few minority coaches leading teams when there's 80% minority players.
Copy.
So his argument was, why aren't we putting the minorities in position for them to grow instead of just the players? And a lot of people had some backlash and had some things to say about what he said yesterday, so he went back on the air today.
Right.
And he said, again, he said, based on what I said yesterday, I stand firm behind what I said. I'm not changing nothing. He said, for whoever, the players, the coaches that want to come face me to what I believe in, come on, I'll stand by myself. What he means is...
Dog catcher, I'm with you, but the people tuning in are probably lost. Elaborate real quick. We got 8 minutes, so let's steamboat through it, but elaborate.
What he means is he feels that there has been opportunities for a minority coach to step in and coach a basketball team, and they haven't had that opportunity.
Okay, let me back you up. Let me back you up a little bit. What he's also saying is that these African American coaches have paid their dues also.
Absolutely.
The Tyrone Lues of the world.
Yeah.
Mark Jackson. The Sam Cassells of the world. So they all pay dues, and Steve Nash played in the NBA, is a Hall of Famer, but what dues has he paid to become an NBA coach? And then for a team that's ready to win, like the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving and Durant, they made the playoffs without them, and they could get real far in the East. Continue, dog catcher.
Right. So the problem I had, and I got to agree with him, is a lot of people said they put other minority coaches in place to coach a team, but they never put them in a position where they can go in and win a fucking championship.
Right.
So
the Gentrys of the world, correct?
Yeah, a contender. Let's just say a contender.
Okay.
So Stephen A. got an issue, and he brought it up saying, why aren't there more brothers coaching teams stepping in that are contenders? His argument was Steve Nash going to come in and win 50 games. They're putting him in a position to where he can't fail.
Right.
Coach Casey over in Toronto went to the damn Eastern Conference Championship a few times, but he just kept running into LeBron.
Right.
But they fired him.
And they gave Nurse the team that was already ready to win, Kawhi Leonard or no Kawhi Leonard. Copy?
Exactly. Now, while we talking about real-time shit going on, I'm watching the damn Bucks game. They up 12 with a couple minutes to go and blow the game. Why they fire that damn coach?
Right.
He got a damn superstar team, too.
Let me get this in. Gambino said, in fairness, Kid Fisher and Doc Rivers got jobs immediately after they retired on good teams.
But never a contending team.
Well, Doc Rivers didn't go to Boston and they were contenders?
Who?
Doc Rivers?
Doc Rivers, but he was already established. He already coached before he went to Boston, though.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I'm
talking about first shot coming right in and coaching a contending team. That has never happened. And Stephen A. said, I've been doing this for 25 years. I ain't seen it happen once.
Okay, now I'm going to freeze you. I'm all in with Stephen A. Smith. I'm with the fairness. You got to give these African Americans opportunities to coach, to succeed, etc. You copy me?
Right.
But I have to admit, because I own businesses before, and I know you own businesses before, and I'm very fair. You know, I hire whoever, Asian, African American, I hire whatever. But at the end of the day, if you own your own business, shouldn't you have the right to put whoever you want to work?
Absolutely.
I understand that that's what we're going up against. I know it's foul, just like I live in Vegas. It's a right to work state. They can fire you just because they want to. Off the rip.
Right.
Y'all we don't need you no more. That's not fair.
Okay.
That's not fair. That's not right. But it is what it is. Now, my thing is, I'm totally with Stephen A. Smith. You know I'm not big on the politics. I'm not great on racism. I like to stay away from those topics because my words come out too fluently, and I don't want to say stuff that's going to come back and bite me. Because that's just how I do it. I give it up like that. But what I can say at the end of the day, I'm all in what Stephen A. said finally, because I'm always disagreeing with him. But I think he's 100% right on this. But then on the flip side, you own your team, you own your business, you put whoever the fuck you want to work. Go ahead, take it from there.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can hire who you want to work, but at least give everybody a fair shot. If you know who you want to hire, at least the players like Kevin Durant, like KP said, Kendrick Perkins said, Kevin Durant or Kyrie could at least got him some interviews so they can open up doors for someone else, for another team somewhere else at least.
Right.
Don't just say, oh, we're not going to interview you or not Steve Nash the job and not open up doors and avenues for them to go somewhere else.
Right. This is my thing with the interview thing. Don't just give an interview to give an interview so you can post on social media and on TV. Oh, we gave 3 African-American interviews. No. You're going to give an interview. You give an official interview, and whoever provides the best interview and best fits what you're looking for as a coach, as an owner of a team, you hired that man. But I'd rather that they did what they did with Nash than give these make-believe interviews and be on some, re-interview them, what they talking about. I'd rather not go that route, dog. Because that's some real fake flamboyant shit. Give fair interviews with the ability that these guys can absolutely be your coach. Now, another thing before we forget, we got 2 minutes left. Before I forget, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving were calling for Steve Nash. Answer that, then we out of here, bro.
You said Kevin Durant and what?
Kyrie Irving were calling for Nash.
Right.
Which means where they ain't even want to support the African-American or give them an opportunity either. They just call for Nash. No experience, by the way. No real experience. They wanted Nash.
Well, KD wanted Nash because he worked with him. And to be honest, I was thinking about that. And the only reason why KD kind of soft upstairs in his head, man, because he get a little sensitive on Twitter when people start talking about him and stuff like that.
Him and Kyrie. Kyrie's like
that
too.
Both of them. Both of them sensitive. So I'm thinking like this, man. They just going to run over Steve Nash. They just going to run over him. I don't see Steve Nash being tough at all. He's too much of a player's coach. That's what I see.
I see the same. I thought the same with Steve Kerr, bro. And after Mark Jackson, who bring that kind of like military with him when he went over there to coach, because as you see, he checked the brass upstairs. So Mark Jackson went over there real militant. And when Nash took over, when Kerr took over, I thought the same of what you thinking now, bro. And it didn't happen like that, bro. Because remember, they set up to win. So at the end of the day, they're going to win a lot more games than they're going to lose. So that's going to kind of like buy his way, like to stay there and be there and learn through the bumps and bruises as if you put him in a losing organization like the New York Knicks. Copy?
Absolutely.
Okay, get your last words in. I wish we had 10 more minutes, but I got to get these other callers in, dog catcher. Great job as always.
No. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. I love it. All love. Thanks for having me, and that's all I got to say, man.
And I feel the same about you, brother. And with that, let's go 3-0 for the peoples, man.
You got it.
All right, baby. That's the dog catcher. Like I told y'all, he will turn it around. And I'm glad we started like this so you can see him take that bad to great. Not good, to great. Okay, let me get my other phone call. Let me see if this guy's available. If he's not, that's going to be on him, man. I made it real clear to him. Let me see if I can get him real quick.
Yo.
Noah Parker.
What's happening?
Welcome to the Al York Sports Show, baby. Are you ready or are you not ready, man?
I'm always ready, bro. Always ready.
Okay, listen, before we go to the NBA, the predictions we gave and the predictions now in the new series, me and the dog catcher was catching up on Steve Nash signing with the Brooklyn Nets. I want to hear your take because you always got some crazy mindset way of thinking. So I can't wait to hear what you think about this. Talk to me.
If Kyrie and KD signed off on it, which I heard they did, I mean, how can you not love this signing with Steve Nash, who's an innovative two-time MVP, ran an offense that mimics a lot of the offenses today. A lot of these teams run and gun and shoot threes. So this guy's been there, done that. I mean, he'll attract more shooters, more guys that'll play his style. I think it's a great sign. I'd rather have somebody like him over George Karl or a Jeff Van Gundy who's been there, done that. Bring a new face in, just like Steve Kerr. No, you never know what's happening. It doesn't work out, but I like the idea of bringing in somebody like Steve Kerr who's ran an offense that fits the style of the NBA today.
Okay, now I'm going to flip the question. I understand your take on the situation. You think it's a great fit. Nash played in them kind of offices. I don't remember him coaching in those type of offices, but he played in it. So it's kind of like the same thing.
He's a point guard. He's a point guard. You coach on the floor.
Okay, you got that. What do you say now when we bring it to like a race point of view to the African Americans that deserve at least to get interview for this great job? Because right now the Brooklyn Nets is a hot commodity right now. Them guys they played well in the bubble. I mean, even though they got swept, but they showed a lot of fight for a team that were missing two of their best players. And maybe
three of their best players.
Yeah, with Dinwiddie. But Dinwiddie ain't top 5 or top 10 in the NBA. I could say Kyrie and Durant might be top 10, top 20 in the NBA. Would you agree with me? So
yeah, of course.
If you ask me, this is a great job to walk right into. What's your take on the brothers not getting the opportunity at least to get interviewed?
I heard they didn't interview anybody else. I heard they did.
Nah.
I heard they did because the Rooney Rule is something that has to be gone through the process now. They just didn't talk about who they interviewed, but I heard they interviewed, and then Kyrie and KD signed off on it. So to me, that's a great hire because he was a floor general. He was a coach on the floor. I mean, if you could give Kyrie a new set of eyes to look through, style of running point guard, it's going to be a huge upgrade to that team. I could definitely see him doing big things next year with all these stars back 100%. But it's all about staying healthy, especially for Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant.
Right. Now, you didn't answer my question. You're still talking about Nash being the right fit. My thing is the blackballing of the brothers, like the Sam Cassells that put in mad work. The Tyrone Lue already had his chance. He had his chance already. But what about Mark Jackson, dog? Mark Jackson, who started that whole Dub Nation situation, bro.
He didn't start Dub Nation.
No.
Steve Kerr is the one that brought Dub Nation to excellence in a dynasty.
So you were giving Mark
Jackson.
Props.
Mark Jackson had
no props of what he did.
Mark couldn't beat the Clippers. He had them running ISO up top. He didn't have no switches or screens in that offense. He had Draymond Green playing the three. What he was doing with that offense was wasting good talent. He had Curry ISO, and nobody was moving in that offense. And that's why Chris Paul and Blake Griffin beat them in 5 games.
Yeah, but you got to give Jackson some type of props for having that team, turn their win season around. I know what you're saying. He did not finish. Steve Kerr finished, but Steve Kerr inherited a great team. Is what I'm saying.
And that's why George Karl said when he left, the team turned into a dynasty. That's how much better they got. George Karl even said who's the Hall of Fame coach.
Right. So you giving no props to Mark Jackson is what you're telling me on the Al York Sports Show.
I mean, they drafted well, but I didn't see them perform. And with all that talent they had, they should have been a lot better than get knocked out in the first round.
So Mark Jackson underachieved. That's what you're saying. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
If Mark Jackson would have achieved, he would have got hired somewhere else.
So, do you like Mark Jackson? Let me ask you that.
I love Mark Jackson. I love him. He's from New York. How can I not love him?
It's hard to
coach,
tell.
He was just motivated. He just motivated people.
Okay,
he didn't come up with plays. He didn't have offensive teams.
Okay, real quick before we go to the next subject, did he deserve to get the Brooklyn Nets job or no?
Deserve? No.
Wow. A lot of us feel
I don't
different.
think anybody just deserves the job. I mean, if you're going to get somebody that deserves the job, Patrick Ewing been an assistant coach for how many years?
Right.
You can't just give it to a guy that's been an assistant coach forever. No, I mean, just like Sam Cassell, these guys can't just walk into it because they did their time. If an owner or a general manager doesn't see progress in hiring somebody, then that's it.
Right. But at the end of the day, like I said to the dog catcher, when you own a franchise, any franchise, you put who you want to work. You understand me?
Exactly.
But I just feel like, the way they're coming out with these new laws and all these new stuff about you have to interview, the African Americans, you got to at least give them an opportunity. I would have hoped that they did that route, but interview qualified individuals, not just anybody. Copy? But let's move on, because we already been on this topic for a minute. We're going to swing by first round real quick, then we're going to go to the second round. I called the Bucks 4-1. You called them 4-0. Didn't matter. The Bucks won. They beat the Magic. Raptors swept the Nets. We both called that. We both took the Pacers. Miami won that series. We both took Boston. They won in 4. I said 6. You said 5. Lakers won in 6. You said a sweep. Clippers won in 7. I said 7. Devil won in 7. I said 7. Houston, I said 6. They won in 7. Now, second round, I like Boston in 7. Who you like in that series?
Say that last part again. Who in 7 you like?
Boston.
Are you like Boston in 7 against
the Raptors?
Against the Raptors. I'll say less games. I say they finished them out of 5.
Damn. So you ain't giving the Raptors another win?
I know they got lucky to win that game.
Okay. Now I'll tell you, I keep it 100 on my show. Milwaukee in 7. They should have won today. They was up 12 in the 4th quarter or late in the 3rd. You cannot be up 12 points. You're a number 1 seed. And you give up that lead already down 2-0 in the series. This is the kind of series that if Milwaukee gets swept or losing 5, I'm saying the Greek Freak is out of there. Out of there.
I agree.
He ain't dealing with none of that right now. The only way he's staying if they make a hard push for the championship. Like be in the championship and lose maybe 6-7 games. But if he get bumped to the Miami Heat, and he's the number 1 seed, he the fuck out of Milwaukee. Now, who you liked in that series before this 3-0 situation took place?
I thought the Bucks were going to handle business. I thought they were going to take care of it in 6 games.
That's why I love the Al York Sports Show, because we say it exactly how the fuck it is. We ain't bullshitting or whatever. Okay, now the Clippers in Denver. I got the Clippers in 6. What you like in that series?
I got them in 5.
Okay. And
I think they just too small, too tired. They were lucky to even get by the Jazz.
Okay, now this is the series that I think is going to be a lot more intriguing, the one we're seeing right now, that a lot of people is going to give them credit for. Because the first thing people are saying is that, even myself, Houston don't have enough height. Their biggest man that they playing is Robert Covington, and he's basically like Scottie Pippen. He ain't no big man. He's long, lengthy, but Pippen plays bigger than him. How are you going to stop Davis, JaVale, Dwight Howard when he's on your biggest man? Answer that real quick.
It's going to be tough. I got the Rockets to win this series in 6. I got the Rockets to beat the Clippers in 6. I got the Rockets to win the NBA championship.
Oh, so you like the dog catcher. The dog catcher got the same thing.
I got them going all the way.
Yeah, dog catcher got them all the way. They my sleeper team, but no, I don't got them all the way. I gave out the Clippers in the beginning of the year. Jump off to that, set the Lakers when we hit the bubble. I'm only going to get half a credit either way if one of them win it, which probably none of them do win it. But back to this Houston series, I think as much matchup problems as the Lakers bigs are going to give Houston, I think Houston guard play is going to give the Lakers as much trouble. You with me on that? So
yeah, I agree.
That's a pure matchup disaster for both sides. That's what makes that series more of a coin flip more than anything else. Copy?
I agree.
Now, real quick, I'm going to bring up three individuals to you. We got about 8 minutes to go. What you think about these individuals and they bubble run. I'm going to start with Damian Dollars. What did you learn about Damian Dollars?
About what he did in the bubble, you said?
Yeah, in the bubbles. Ever since they went to the bubble, I know the playoffs, they came up short, I understand that. But what did you learn about Damian Dollars? Is he ready to take that next step?
He's been ready to make that next step, but he don't want to leave Portland. He wants to stay there. So it's going to be tough for him to win anything in Portland because if they don't get no other guns besides C.J. McCollum and Carmelo Anthony, he just don't have enough in the West. But, I mean, what he's doing is, he's still, to me, he's one of the top 2 point guards in the game.
Okay. We're going to Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray, what he's done in the bubble.
Very impressive.
Him and Jokic,
very impressive.
In the bubble, him and Jokic are a tough 2-man stand-up to mess with. Without Jokic, I don't think Murray would be as good as he is. Same without Murray, I don't think Jokic would be as good as he is. So they both put their work together.
I disagree. I seen Murray turn it up there.
He did turn it up.
He turned it up Mitchell. And he turned it off on Spiderman. That's what made it very impressive. That's the next guy I'm going to jump into right now. Donovan Mitchell, a.k.a. Spiderman. Talk to us.
He's a beast. He could be a big star in the next few years. I mean, him and Conley was supposed to be a great 2-man stand-up. Didn't work out as much because I don't know why Conley's still just falling off more and more. But I love the way Mitchell was playing this year. Love the way he was playing last year. He's still attacking that rim like can't nobody mess with him. How you going to stop somebody like that?
I'm very disappointed with Conley. I just think maybe he's over the hill. He's got a team where all he got to do is play point guard. He ain't got to do nothing extra. You got Mitchell doing all that extra carrying Conley.
Who are we talking about?
I said Conley's regressing. You bring up his name. Mike Conley. He's regressing.
Oh, Mike Conley. Yeah, I agree.
He's regressing. He was put in a perfect situation. A big man. A forward that can shoot. One of the best 2 guards in the game who can play point guard, and Donovan Mitchell. How do you fail with that? How do you not play big with that? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
And
yep, 100%
I'm not saying
agree.
they lost because of Conley, because if he would have made that shot, this whole topic probably would have been different. But me and you know that he ain't putting out them due dividends and the 27 M's that he's making on a yearly basis. Not to be in his money like that, but come on, dog. You got to produce more than that, dog. I mean, God damn, you got to produce. Okay, I got a last name for you. One of the biggest mistakes by the Philadelphia 76ers brass. I don't care what's the situation. I don't care if the coach didn't like him. I don't give a fuck what it was. You had to re-sign this man here, and that's Jimmy Butler, a.k.a. Buckets, who I'm going to name Jimmy Ballgame. Because you see what he did today. He closed out Milwaukee in Game 3. This guy, to me, doesn't get the respect he deserves. He plays harder than anybody out there. His heart is through the roof. I want to hear Noah Parker's take on Jimmy Buckets.
Man, I love Buck, what he's doing in Miami right now. He wanted to get out of Philly. I think he wanted his own team to start his own, he knew he didn't want to be teamed up with nobody in the offseason. No big stars. His team, they got Iguodala in the offseason. All these young guns, rookies that can shoot. This is the situation he wanted. I think they bring in a superstar, a Scottie Pippen type player for him next year, and that might be enough to go all the way.
Quiet as kept. They're the hottest team in the bubble. Would you agree?
Yeah, they haven't lost a game.
They're the hottest team in the bubble.
7-0.
I never kind of looked at the NBA like football or baseball, where when you're hot at the end, you can ride that hot storm all the way through a chip. I never looked at the NBA like that. The NBA is set up differently. But in baseball, that can get you right there, and definitely in football, when you get hot at the right time, like the New York Football Giants that did on 2 different occasions, took it right to the Super Bowl and won. I just feel Miami got, I sense magic in them. When they pulled off this game here, I was convinced these guys might go to the chip, man. And trust me, I love Boston. I love the Tatums, the Jaylen Browns, the Kemba Walkers, the Thies. I think these guys are ready. But you cannot sleep on Buckets and company, man. They are bringing it day in and day out. As you've seen them come back from Game 3, 12-point deficit, late in the third, early in the fourth, come back up 2-0. And I'm going to tell you right now, Spoelstra is doing the best job I ever seen him do. Because if you watch Spoelstra on the sidelines, bro, that guy is up on every play. He's almost out there playing, Noah. I don't know if you've been watching him. Spoelstra is coaching his ass off right now. And I think right now, that between that and the way they playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the chip, dog. Your take before we close it out, dog.
There's not much just Boston to them, I think, really, right now. I don't even know who I was taking that series yet, though. You would think Boston, with the experience, to win that series against Miami. But I don't know. I'm not betting against Miami right now because the way they shoot with Duncan Robinson, Tyler Harrow, Kendrick Nunn, all these young guns that are just balling right now, it's hard to go against that. So to me, I'm not taking Boston or Miami.
He banging out. He's like a pogo stick out there. Like, he get every offensive rebound, every tap rebound. Then you got buckets jumping all around the gym. They are exciting to watch. I had the Bucks money line today, between yesterday and today. 2 bad beats. I lost with that. Vegas Knights +1.5. Reverse goal line. I'm like, what the F is going on? But this really surprised me because everybody thought that Milwaukee would be down 2-1 after 3 games, after being down 2-0. Like I said, if Milwaukee don't make a huge comeback, count it, put it in the books, Giannis is the fuck out of there. Bottom line.
Right.
Any last words, Noah Parker?
That's it. I'm going to leave it at this. If the Milwaukee Bucks get knocked out, I think Giannis either goes to the Raptors or the Golden State Warriors next year.
Wow. I had my boy today, Islam, Steve. He said he's going to go to Miami, dog.
I don't know about that.
I got Golden State, but if he go to Miami, dog, it's definitely over in the East. They're going to go to the chip like the way the Cleveland Cavaliers every year. Every year. Even with Brooklyn being over there. Even with Brooklyn being over there. You put Giannis in Miami, they're going to beat Brooklyn and all that, bro. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But we'll have time to find out and let go. Okay, brother, you have your list of TGI Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Nice talk to you as always. And salute the little boys for me, bro.
No doubt. Appreciate you having me on.
Okay, Noah Parker, baby. That's Noah Parker. Now I'm going to call somebody else. Give me a minute, guys. You guys got anything you want to say? Put it in the comments. Put it via comments. We still got 2 callers. You don't want to miss out, man. Let me call my other boy right now. We're going to take care of the AFC in National Football League because the football leagues that started about 8, something like, not even 7 days, or 6 days or some shit like that. But let me get it right now. Let me call my other dude up. Okay, here we go. I got to do it this way because I got too many attempts and, we couldn't pick up calls because we still on the line, etc. This is the best way to do it right here, man.
What's going on?
Jesse Gambino, what's going on, baby? Welcome to the Al York Sports Show. What's going on, brother?
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Gambino, we got about 10 minutes. Let's talk about this AFC real quick. I'm going to start first. I'm going to say everybody's record real fast. Then we're going to pinpoint a couple teams, and you're going to give your input. Copy?
Absolutely.
Okay, Patriots with 12-4 in the AFC East. Bills 10-6, Jets 7-9, Miami 5-11. In the North, Ravens went 14-2, Steelers 8-8, Browns 6-10, Bengals 2-14. South, Texans 10-6, Titans 9-7, Colts 7-9, Jacks 6-10, and in the West, the Chiefs 12-4, Broncos 7-9, Raiders 7-9, Chargers 5-11. Now we're going to go to the Patriots on down. I'm not going to do every team. Teams that don't matter, we're not going to waste our time. Copy?
Copy.
Patriots, big pickups. Cam Newton, Lamar Miller. What are you expecting out the Patriots without giving a prediction yet?
I'm expecting some positive things. I mean, I think their defense is going to fall off due to a lot of people like Dante Hightower and Patrick Chung not playing this year due to the COVID virus. So their defense is going to be a little shaky. But Bill Belichick is known for being able to plug people in defensively, so it might be a little shaky to start, but at the end of the by the end of the year, it'll be fixed enough for him to make his playoff run.
Okay, Buffalo Bills with 10-6. They picked up the likes of Stephon Diggs, great receiver. I don't know if Josh Allen could get him to rock enough. I know there's going to be a lot of complaining because Diggs wants to rock. Allen ain't your prolific quarterback who could just step back and gun it to you every time. So I can see a lot of stuff going on there, but Diggs is certified. Also, they picked up an older Josh Norman who should be able to help their secondary. Buffalo Bills real fast. We got to go quick because we got to go predictions.
I think the Buffalo Bills actually win that division this year. I think Josh Allen is going to finally prove that he's the better of the quarterbacks that were taken in the Baker Mayfield draft. For some reason, he just seems to keep each year progressing better and better.
Okay, I got you.
And the addition of Stephon Diggs is not going to hurt him any worse. It's only going to make him better.
Copy. So the Bills should be better than last year, correct?
I believe the Bills will be better than last year. I think they're going to go 11-5 and win the division, actually, for the first time in 20 years.
Okay, I think they go as far as Josh Allen takes them. Now we're going to go to the North. We're going to go to the Ravens. They basically were big on the draft. 14-2 last year. Do the Ravens sustain the greatness that they accomplished last year, or you see a tail off? Real fast.
I do feel like they're going to tail off, and it's going to be because they're going to expect Lamar Jackson to play the way that he played, and the loss of Earl Thomas is definitely going to affect their defense, no matter how they look at it. Like, they didn't make an upgrade for Earl Thomas' spot.
Okay.
So I think that's definitely going to be that.
Okay, I still see them real good. I see them 10 wins this year, 4 less, because I think other teams got better, like the Browns got better, the Steelers got better. And talk about the Steelers. Steelers picked up Smallwood. They picked up Tompkins, a receiver, and Claypool, rookie receiver. Real fast, Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think the Pittsburgh Steelers win that division because they also picked up Eric Ebron as the tight end.
Yeah, Ebron. Good point.
And Big Ben is a big fan of using tight ends in his offense, and I think that the Steelers are going to be they're going to win the NFC North, in my opinion.
Oh, wow. So they're going to leapfrog right in front of Baltimore, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, the Browns, you get what you get with the Browns. I don't want to go through the Browns. We don't have enough time to do all that. We're going to go to the South, the Texans. They picked up Randall Cobb. They picked up Cooks. They still got, Stills, Fuller. They got a bunch of receivers. They deep in the receiving core. I don't think that makes up for DeAndre Hopkins, but when you get Randall Cobb and Cooks, at least you get 2 for 1. None of them are better than Hopkins, but I like the fact that they got 2 bodies for 1. Real quick, Texans.
I honestly think the Texans are going to take a step back because I think the effect of trading DeAndre Hopkins is going to affect Deshaun Watson, and I think this is going to be Bill O'Brien's last year in Houston.
Yeah, I think their defense is breaking down.
What's
Defense
that?
is breaking down. You heard me?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
I said their defense is breaking down.
That as well. And I think this a combination of that and the trade for DeAndre Hopkins for literally nothing, and not to say that Randall Cobb or Brandon Cooks aren't good. I just don't think that they're going to have a productive year because of Bill O'Brien's decision making.
Copy. The Colts. 2 big pickups for
I
the
think
Colts.
the Colts win the division.
Actually 3. Because they re-signed a rookie, but what was it? Ryan, I just read it up real quick. Ryan something. They just re-signed him a 4-year, $50 million contract. Hold on, let me make sure I get his name correctly.
Brian Kelly.
Yeah, Ryan Kelly. Ryan Kelly's huge. They had to make that happen. He's a great center. They made that happen. You got Phillip Rivers, and then you picked up Bruckner from the 49ers for the 13th overall. So now that's going to help solidify them defensively. They have a center under Phillip Rivers, and it all depends what Phillip Rivers got in his tank. Real quick, before we move on.
I think Phillip Rivers is going to have a spectacular year, going 12-4, and winning that division.
Okay, now the Chiefs real fast, and then we're going to go on our predictions. Chiefs, what are you expecting from the Kansas City Chiefs, the champions?
I think the Kansas City Chiefs, again, have a 12-4 season and basically run away with the NFC West.
Okay, let's go through the East real quick. We got 2 minutes, Gambino, 2 minutes. Give us a record. I'm going to name you the team. You give me a record. Patriots.
Patriots go 10-6.
Okay, I got the same prediction. The Bills.
Bills go 11-5.
I got them 10-6. The Jets.
Jets go 2-14.
Shit, I got 7-9. Miami.
6-10.
Yeah, I got 6-10. Also Miami. Now let's go to the North. The Ravens. I got 12-4. What you got for the Ravens?
10-6.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I should have said that better yet. I just said that, but I'll live with the 12-4. Steelers.
I got 11-5.
I got 10-6 for the Steelers. Browns.
Browns will go 800 or 500.
I got 9-7. Bengals.
7-9.
Yeah, I got 7-9 also. Okay, the South, the Texans.
6-10.
I got 8-8. Titans.
Titans will go 9-7.
Okay, I got 8-8 also. The Colts.
Will go. I think the Colts will go 12-4.
Okay, I got 10-6. The Jaguars.
1-15.
Yeah, I got 1-15 also. Listen, you can see it right here at the bottom. I ain't lying. Right there at the bottom, the Jaguars. Okay, the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, I got 12-4. I
got 13-3. I just think another year for Mahomes. Got the same unit. They can only get better. Unless barring injury. Barring injury changes everything. The Broncos.
I do believe a couple guys backed out of the Chiefs due to the coronavirus, so that's why I gave them an extra loss.
Okay. They're not going to lose. But yeah, Broncos.
8-8.
Yeah, I got the same thing. The Raiders, Las Vegas.
Raiders 6-10.
I got 7-9 for the Raiders. The Chargers.
6-10.
6-10 also. Great predictions, very similar to mine. Anything you want to do to close it up? We're going to come with the NFC next week. Me and Gambino, we're going to do the same thing with the NFC next Friday. Today we did the AFC. Real quick, who goes to the conference finals in the AFC?
I think when it's all said and done, we got the Steelers versus the Chiefs, with the Steelers winning.
All right. I'll say the Bills and the Chiefs, with the Chiefs going to another Super Bowl. Copy?
Sounds good.
Okay, brother. Nice having you on, Gambino. You're getting on next week, so we're going to talk next week. Any last words you want to say before I hang up? Make it quick.
Enjoy your holiday weekend, fellas.
Everybody, too. Yo, Labor Day weekend, TGI Friday. Everybody enjoy, but I'm not done yet. I got one more caller. Take care, Gambino.
Be well.
Okay, brother. Let me hurry up because I don't want to shorten this individual minutes. I'm already shorting them 2 minutes. I might have to give him some overtime. Y'all don't want to miss this, man. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Felix Jacino.
Hey, Al, how you doing there, brother?
Hey, what's going on? This is Mr. Baseball. I got a couple basketball guys on my show that I really like to go to. I got football guys I like to go to. I got hockey guys I like to go to. I got UFC guys I like to go to. And then I got the MLB, and this is my guy I like to go to. We're gonna bypass, the baseball as far as the standings. We don't have enough time. I want to go to my out of box, which I do every week. Like last week, I bring up Eli Manning. Today, before I mention his name, I'm going to mention his numbers. Copy?
Copy. Go right ahead, bro.
7,000 at-bats. 2153 hits. 222 home runs. Talking baseball. 307 batting average career. 1,000 runs scored. 1,100 RBIs. 14 total stolen bases, 358 on base percentage. And my question to Felix Jacino and everybody tuning in, I want everybody to put your comments, do what you got to do. Everybody's opinion counts. Does Don Mattingly, a.k.a. Donnie Baseball, a.k.a. the Hitman, does he belong in the Hall of Fame? Talk to us.
My opinion, it's not just because I'm a Yankees fan and I love Mattingly, but I'll tell you this, I believe he belongs in the Hall of Fame. A lot of guys get in the Hall of Fame basically is on longevity, man. They play 19, 20 years and they're able to put up a lot of numbers, big numbers. But Don Mattingly, on record, he's down for 14 Major League seasons, but his first 2 seasons in the Major League, he hardly played. It's in 82 and 83. In 82, he only had 12 at-bats. In 83, he only played 90 games. So in reality, everything he did was from 84 to 95. But, I think that if he had longevity, you give him an extra 4 or 6 years, he'll have 3,000 hits. He'll drive in over 1,500 runs. 1,500 runs scored, and Don Mattingly would probably be one of the top all-time leaders in doubles. Because my man hit about 400 something doubles, but he would have had over 600 easily if he had a few more years.
Okay, let me intervene. Let me intervene before you go way past me. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm with you. I think Donnie Baseball belongs in the Hall. I'm all in on that. But I'm going to substitute myself and I'm going to play somebody else. I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to tell you, Felix, you said he's been hurt. If he wasn't hurt, this could have happened. That means if, right? How about if I tell you if my sister had balls, she'll be a man. So what I'm trying to say is, fuck all that if shit. It ain't about ifs. Is what have you done to belong in the Hall of Fame? They don't want to hear he was hurt for 2 years. They don't want to hear he was hurt for 3 years. They don't. Nobody want to hear that. How do you answer that?
Hey, listen, I agree with you, but what my point is, it's not. I'm just saying that a majority of the guys who get into the Hall of Fame is because they play a lot of years and they're able to put up numbers. For me, Don Mattingly, even with the numbers he got, still deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay,
because
freeze. Tell me why Donnie Baseball belongs in the Hall of Fame. I don't care about nobody else. Tell me about Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball. Go.
From 1984 to 1989, he was the best baseball player in the planet. And, the guy won an MVP, should have won 2 MVPs. In 84, they gave it to the pitcher from Detroit. And 85, he won the MVP.
When you say the pitcher from Detroit, this is the Al York Sports Show. Is it Willie Hernandez?
Willie Hernandez.
Okay,
that's right.
I want names. Go ahead, go.
Willie Hernandez, they gave him the MVP, which is ridiculous. Don Mattingly should have won the MVP that year.
Yeah, I don't believe giving an MVP to pitchers. If a batter cannot win Cy Young Award, the pitcher shouldn't be able to win MVP. That's just my opinion. But go ahead.
Yeah, right. Also, Don Mattingly, besides winning 9 Gold Gloves, he won a batting title, an RBI title. He also holds major league records for most consecutive games with home runs, which is 8.
Great point.
If I recall, he also hit 6 grand slams in 1 year, which is crazy. That's a major league record. He was the best baseball player in the 80s. And, and at the end of his career, the guy finished with a 307 batting average, over 2,000 hits. And, a few more years healthy, obviously his numbers would have been better, but I think that there are players who play the game with an impact and, who bring the game to another level. People pay money to see Don Mattingly play, man.
Yep. Okay, let me intervene real quick. My understanding of making the Hall of Fame is all about your numbers and your impact that you put out, correct?
Correct.
The biggest knock I got on Mattingly is that he doesn't make the playoffs, never made the playoffs, and he doesn't got no championships. And I think the guy is cursed because as soon as he retired from the Yankees, the Joe Torre era came in, and they ended up winning 4 out of the next 5 years, something in that capacity. Mattingly came back to coach. Torre hired him as a coach. They didn't win with Mattingly. They both moved on to L.A. Joe Girardi came. They won another World Series. Mattingly leaves the Dodgers. The Dodgers go to 2 more World Series, but they didn't win. My thing is, I think his pedigree and his genes are not made to win it all, man. But to me, should that hurt you from going to the Hall of Fame? Is it part of making the Hall of Fame to have a winning organization, or is it all about your numbers?
Well, they do read into a lot about postseason. If you win championships, look. For example, Phil Rizzuto's in the Hall of Fame. The guy batted 260, doesn't have more than 536 RBIs, but he's in the Hall of Fame because he played on 10, 11 championship teams. So, it's different era, but it depends on these writers, these voters, what they're looking for and the way the game is looked at that time. But for me, Don Mattingly was an impactful player. He belongs in the Hall of Fame. The guy was the best for a long time when he played, and he belongs in there.
Well, I got to admit, he's as borderline as Eli Manning, last week's Hall of Fame, should he be in individual. Mattingly's right on the borderline. Of course, me and you are biased with New York Yankee fans. We love Donnie Baseball. I love Donnie Baseball to death when he was a Yankee. You understand what I'm saying? So it's easy for me to say he should be in, but a lot of people that don't like the Yankees, didn't care about Don Mattingly, it's kind of like Eli. Out of every 10 people I ask, 7 say no. And when it gets like that, it really makes you wonder, like, is it because I'm biased? Or is he really, or does he really belong? What I'm going to close out like I did last week. Last week I said Eli gets in. I'm not going to say Donnie gets in, but I'm going to say he deserves to get in. Copy?
Copy. I think Eli will get in. A lot of people, don't think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but winning 2 Super Bowls and that carries some weight, man. So
exactly.
Congrats to Eli.
Exactly. At least Eli got the chips, and he beat the best quarterback in the era twice. So that helps him big time.
Not once.
That helps him big time.
Not once, but say.
Yeah, but Mattingly also got some great things that took place, like the home run streak, the 8 days, the 6 grannies, the big hits, the batting title, the MVP, the runner up to the MVP when the pitcher beat him out. I mean, you got to put all of that stuff in perspective. Yeah. Right or wrong?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to say one more thing. Let's not forget, even though he played only 1 year in postseason, he batted .417. He had 10 hits, 24 at bat, and a home run, 6 RBI. So
that's that terrible 2-zip lead we had against the Mariners, correct?
Correct, and that's impressive for a guy playing. Yep, and that's impressive too for a guy playing late in his career, and he had an awesome postseason. Like I said, he played like a Hall of Famer throughout his career, and unfortunately he didn't have the longevity, but maybe one day he'll get in.
Okay, let's hope he get in. Any last words, Mr. Felix?
Listen, I appreciate you having me. I love your show. And, man, thank you so much, and keep doing your thing, man. Love you.
God, likewise. And we coming for you in baseball. We got halfway the season. We're going to be on your back, so be ready. We're going to put some weights on your back, brother. Copy?
Copy, man.
Okay, that's Felix Jacino, my MLB guy. Like I told y'all, man, y'all could be doing anything else. But y'all happen to hang with me on a Friday, TGI Friday, tuning in to real sports, real everything, man. I mean, I try to keep it as clear as possible, as real. I feel it's the only way to put out news. I hate all that make-believe and that assumption. Listen, if you ain't got facts, don't put the shit out. Bottom line. Thank you guys for tuning in to Open Sessions every Tuesday. Quickest 15 minutes of sports. And with that, I love y'all, man. Enjoy your weekend, Labor Day weekend. Don't drink and drive. It's not worth it, man. And with that, Al Your Sports coming to a theater near you. Hold your heads, y'all.